Well guys, good morning. Heading out today for a little bit of a ride solo. It's the middle of a work week, so Miriam's still working. Still got a few months left till she is done with that sort of thing. And so we're going to take it out to a place called Knott's Island, North Carolina, which is strange because the only way to get to Knott's Island is either by the highway through Virginia or a ferry ride. So if you're in North Carolina, the only way to get to the island is to take the ferry or go around through Virginia. Temperature's already about 70, 67 according to the thermometer here. Got us a picnic lunch. Where we're going to have a picnic lunch, I don't know yet, but we're going to have a picnic lunch. I was going to fly the drone some today, but we're looking at winds between 15 and 20. A little bit out of the operational range of the drone, so we're not going to do that. And we're crossing through the little crossroads that used to be a little, well, community called Pungo. I've talked about it before. And it's basically just a stoplight. Convenience stores, gas station, restaurant or two. But I think it's Memorial Day weekend, which is going to be in a few weeks. They have a annual festival here called the Strawberry Festival. It's a big thing. They'll close down this main road here and have all types of vendors and exhibits and strawberry related everything, pies, jams, fresh strawberries. And this area off to my left here is what they'll use as the one of the many parking lots and vendor areas. And a new barbecue place has sprung up right over there in the corner of that little strip mall. Been there once. It's pretty fair, but you know, I'm pretty particular about my barbecue, so you know, it takes a lot to get a good score. And it's always subjective. You know, what is good? It's a personal thing. You know, it's not bad by any stretch, but you know, it's just not great. And I'm still looking for the great barbecue. I want to throw a shout out to one of our viewers, the Smyrna Cowboy. I got an email from him. We've been corresponding a bit over the last year or so. He is on the path to buy a Can-Am Spyder. He's already a two-wheeler, but he wants to switch out to a Spyder, and he's been doing all of his due diligence. And I got an email from him that he was involved in a significant industrial accident at work. It resulted in broken bones and burns, and he had spent some time in the hospital and was still in the hospital when he sent me the message. And he just wanted me to give a shout out for folks to think about him, the Smyrna Cowboy. And the name is from his hometown there in Smyrna, Tennessee. So I hope you're doing well, my friend, and I hope you heal up quickly and get back on the road and put this event behind you. I wanted to point out one of the gems of Virginia Beach. This is the Military Aviation Museum located on Princess Anne Road just south of the Pungo traffic light. This is not just a museum. These aircraft actually are airworthy and fly regularly. Although we're not going to go in today, I just wanted to point it out. It's currently open for self-guided tours with a small fee. If you're a military aviation buff, this is a must-see. Looks like he's got out on the flight line. He's got a good collection. And off in the distance there, you can see a P-51 Mustang. Those are rare. The last time I actually saw the price tag on one, they were going for just over $500,000 a piece, because they haven't made them since World War II. They're sort of obsolete for a fighter. By the time they were the fastest propeller-driven aircraft in the U.S. inventory. Perhaps in any of the theaters, because it had a water-cooled engine. And they used the British Rolls-Royce Merlin engine. Powerful sucker. And it seemed to work for them. And here's another interesting note. At the end of World War II, if you were so inclined, you could buy a P-51 Mustang with a spare engine in the crate airworthy, ready to fly for $1,600 because they were pretty much just scrapping them out for scrap aluminum at the end of the war. A bit of useless trivia about this region of Virginia. Over to our left, to the east, which is to the east of us, is Back Bay and the Back Bay National Wildlife Refuge. And just a little further over there is a barrier commonly referred to as the Outer Banks. The Outer Banks are more famously known in North Carolina, but they actually start in Virginia Beach, and so the Outer Banks of Virginia. And and that stretch of sand, which is now Back Bay National Wildlife Refuge, there was a report during World War II that a submarine, a German submarine, and they did come up and down the East Coast. That's why the Atlantic coastline is known as the Graveyard of the Atlantic. A lot of shipping sunk out there during the war. Anyway, reports, oh, here we are, North Carolina. Welcome. A German submarine surfaced, a crew came ashore to, it was a raiding party to look for provisions, raided a couple of farmhouses for chickens and eggs, and got back in a little inflatable boat and went back out to their submarine. And it was, apparently it was corroborated in the ship's logs that were recovered at the end of the war that it actually occurred, which matched up to missing and vandalized property on the island around the same date. So we actually had German military on the mainland of the United States, right over there to our left, during World War II. Fascinating stuff. There's even reports that a German U-boat torpedoed a freighter, and it was actually visible from the area of Manteo, North Carolina, which is just further south. They could see the fire, and they could see the submarine silhouetted between the shore and the fire. And here we are on Knott's Island. Ferry schedule is. We're not planning on taking the ferry, but I don't see it. Oh, there it is. It's way over there. There's a boat coming. Anyway. And it is going to be too breezy to fly the drone, so we're not going to do that. And I have little restrooms here. Little picnic grounds in case you're waiting for a very long time. It's nice of them. They're going to stop and get a cold drink now. Should be a little convenience store or grocery store up the way here on the outside. I've never been in there. Give us a chance to go inside. Well, we made it to our little picnic ground we're going to stop at here. I'm not sure where I'm going to set up. Either right here close by or maybe over there in the shade. We'll see.
Some of the most useful gear we've purchased are these Helinox folding chairs. They pack up real small, so my day pack, the 2 chairs and a small folding table fit nicely in the front cargo area. They're even comfortable enough to take a nap in. Trust me, I know. So what's on the menu today? Well, we got some fried chicken, some coleslaw, some Doritos, and a Diet Pepsi. And that should do it. Got a pretty good view. Really windy though. Wind's coming from this direction. Probably close to 20 thereabouts. A little bit of shade in this tree right here. Not bad. Not bad at all.
Well, had a nice lunch. I was contemplating a nap. But then I had a cup of coffee, and I'd have to bring out the stove to heat the water. And it's kind of breezy for that. And I'm about 25 minutes from home. I'm going to go home, take a nap, fire up a cup of coffee. It was a good day to get out. And the reason for getting out, besides the fact that it's just an excuse to go riding, is I needed to do a shakedown after I completed the maintenance on the Spyder. So once we get back home, we'll check all the fluids and make sure they're right where they're supposed to be. I suspect they will be. You know, an interesting note, as an airplane owner, there was a list of things that if you perform maintenance on those items, that the aircraft had to be taken out for a test flight. And the first test flight had to be a minimum of a licensed private pilot. Those student pilots were allowed to do that. And so I got to play test pilot on a lot after engine changes, engine repairs, major subsystems in the engine repaired. So I could probably add to my resume, I was a test pilot. Basically, just you make sure it's running right and return it to service. Munden Point City Park, one of the little secrets of the city. Nice little park. And well, the weatherman originally said the forecast for today was almost no chance of rain, and temperatures in the low to mid 70s. And this morning's forecast, well, the weatherman lied. It's calling for 70% chance of rain by about 1 o'clock, and the wind's picking up. The cloud deck's moving in from the west, so gonna ease it back into the barn. So good test run. Looking forward to getting a few more of these done and getting Miriam on board. She hasn't been on the Spyder in a while either. So until next time, guys, I want to say thanks for watching. You all take care. See you next time.